everyone, welcome to another video of FFL 24/7. Today's video is about another very exciting cryptocurrency that is called Solana. There is a very good reason why we are discussing Solana today, because there has been a lot of FOMO going on, but I want to tell you guys the truth based on pure education, technical analysis, and what we are seeing in the charts and based on the price action. So let's get right into the video and see what's actually going on. So I know there have been a lot of FOMO chases, and a lot of people are speculating that Solana might be heading towards the all-time high of 260 that we saw back in 2021 November. But I know that the recent sell-off has been freaking out a lot of people, and it is looking kind of scary. But I want to get into the details of why this happened, and want to explain a few things that if you guys are holding Solana, or if you are planning to get into Solana and thinking that this might be heading towards the new all-time high, so you guys might want to look out for these updates that I want to share with you guys. So let's get right into the video. So I know all of a sudden there is a lot going on in the charts, because there is actually a lot going on in the Solana chart. So these circles, the highlighted circles that you guys are seeing in the chart, these are the point of concerns for us. And I want you guys to keep your focus on these circles, because that is of very critical importance for us. And I will explain you in a bit why that happened and why the sell-off happened, why this bull run stopped at this very point, and why this circle in the past has been very important that we saw back in around February 6, 2022. To understand the most recent bullish price action, let's keep our focus on this area around here. So let's zoom into this. So Solana apparently bottomed at around $8 from the highs of 260. It sold all the way down to around $8, and now we have seen a very bullish price action coming in. So we saw about almost 1 year of consolidation, like a price was almost pretty much barcoding, and then all of a sudden we saw a huge bullish price action coming in, and then just Solana just went crazy, and all the world is looking at it, what's going on with Solana. So I know a lot of people have missed out on this pump, and still some of you people are thinking that this might be heading towards the all-time high of 200 plus. And some of you guys who are already in Solana are wondering if this is the sell-off now we are going to see, and the bull run is about to finish. So that is why we are here to understand what is going to happen next. So if you guys pay attention to these circles that I have highlighted, especially the ones at the bottom, so these two circles that we are seeing at the bottom, this is actually the relative strength index, RSI, of the Solana price action chart. So these points are highlighting that we have kind of very overbought at these 2 points. You guys might be noticing something, that the RSI strength level is around the same at these levels, but the price action is a whole lot of difference. So this is the relative strength, guys. So based on the price action and the buying and selling pressure, so what we are seeing in the market. So as soon as the RSI stays above this level of around 70 and it stays in the overbought region, the price has to eventually cool down at some point, and this is exactly what happened around here as well. And then pay close attention to the kind of candles we formed in this circle, and then pay close attention again to the kind of candles we form in this circle around here. And again, match these two circles with the basing relative strength index. So whenever these points are like overbought, like the price is heating up, we obviously definitely see some kind of cool off in the price happening. In this case, obviously we are seeing a very continued sell-off happen. But why we stopped out at this level of 120? Because this level of 120 was very critical for us. Let's go back and let me explain you why this bull run ended at this point. So 120 has been actually a very strong resistance level. So that was back in around 8th of February 2022. We stopped out exactly at this point. So they have these points signified in the chart. So we are going to see some breaks at these very critical levels. So 120 is now defined to be a very critical level for Solana to break through. And right now what is happening is it is kind of again still forming like a bullish flag pattern, but we are also seeing some selling pressure going on as well. So these huge red sell-off candles that we saw in here, so they were actually accompanied by some decreasing volume, low level volume, and then these bullish candles we saw, they are actually accompanied by some strong volume coming in as well. So I am expecting, so this area of around 85.5 is turning out to be a decent demand zone for Solana. So another major demand zone that I am seeing for Solana is around the $75 mark. So if we are able to get through that level, that I think is going to be a very good demand zone for a major pushback above. But for now, we seem to be finding some support at around 85.5. And this level we are seeing here, we definitely need to see this 103. So 100 is not the point of concern. 100 is not the level we are watching, guys. So 103 is 103.5 is the level we need to break above. So if we are able to get above this level, then we are going to see some action and a retest of 120. So we definitely need to break above 120 to see any further continued price action. So if we keep failing at 120, then I think we have a strong potential of getting back down to around the $75 mark. That is going to be our next major demand zone. So right now what the price is doing is we have definitely found some strong support at 85.5, and we are again going to test this channel. So we are kind of being squeezed down. The sell-off we are seeing is in this channel, that these two black trend lines that you are seeing. If you guys notice, we are respecting these trend lines very nicely at quite a few levels. So this is like a clear channel that we have formed, and we are trading into this channel. So at the very least, we are going to test this level of 103, and if we are manage to close above this, and we definitely need to break out of this flag, then there is a possibility we might be testing 120 again. What happens at 120 again is going to be very critical, because we need to see a close above 120 with a strong volume, not like a decreasing volume. So we need to see this volume building up. We need to see this positive volume keep building up, because the bigger the bullish candle, we need to see this accompanied by the bullish volume coming in. Because if you notice the RSI, the sell-off, this is trending in the downward direction. So what it is signifying is that the sell-off pressure is actually intensifying at the same time. So very two conflicting things we are seeing in the chart. So we are seeing some positive volume coming back into the Solana as well, but at the same time, what RSI has been telling us is the sell-off pressure is also intensifying. So obviously, people who bought at around the $8 or in the $20 range, they have made a whole lot of money. So they definitely need to sell out and take some profit. So we are obviously going to see some continued sell-off, because now for those people who were back in the early days, so now the risk to reward ratio for them is decreasing a lot. So for them, they obviously have to take some profits at these levels. And this break above the 103 level, guys, I was watching this level very closely. I was actually expecting this to be our target, but we saw a continued price movement all the way up to 120. That turned out to be the resistance that we saw back in 2022 February. So that is the reason why I am thinking they might be trying to test this 103.5 level again, because this is one of the major fib level that they have to test and close above with a strong bullish volume. If that happens, then I think we are heading back towards the $120. And again, I am not going to pump any hope back into the stock, because obviously there are a lot of people who are watching the price action going above 120, but we first need to close above 103.5, guys, and we need to get a close above $120. We need to see how the price action is going to be there. Then we will be discussing our next price level. So as a quick one, that the next price level I would be targeting at is 132 is going to be our next price target if we are able to close above the 120 level. But for now, 103.5 and 120 are definitely going to be the resistance level and the huge supply zones for us. So 120 is turning out to be a good supply zone where we might be seeing some more continued sell-off. So again, as a piece of advice, my piece of advice would be, do not FOMO in back into the stock. Watch how we behave at 103.5. If we see some strong volume accompanied at 103.5 level, we are able to break above with a strong volume, then I think it would be wiser to go back in and heading towards the $120 mark, guys. So don't be very bullish. I know this is crypto, we see some 10x and 100x gains, but we are going to be very disciplined and stay focused on the price action, and we will continue to do our due diligence. So my buy price would be obviously this area around $85.5. If the price gets to that level, that is some good level to go in, maybe 25%. And this huge demand zone that we are seeing around here around the $75, so that is the very very good point of area that you guys might want to get back into the Solana stock if we even get to that point. And on the bearish side, if we do not see a close above 120, then I think that will be a good sign that this might be topping out and turning out to be a very good supply zone, and turning out to be a very strong resistance at 120. And we have seen that happen in historically as well, guys. So that is all I quickly wanted to share with you guys about the Solana stock. If you guys like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.